Tracy Knight, Tracy Knight, Pavarotti, Pavarotti. How do you feel about the allegations that we shots give you cancer?
Oh, Lord. Shot me of cancer, what?
How do you feel that the allegations that you're too healthy?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm nutty.
Yeah, like jumping out of pine trees isn't nutty.
Oh, my God. Okay, and I want to welcome Chad,
Pastor
Pastor
Tracy.
Chad. We went to high school together, so to say Pastor Chad is a whole new level of honor, and I congratulate.
I'm so glad our paths connected again.
I know. Isn't that amazing small world that we live in? But you have, now, did you create Man of Ministries through your experiences of the last 6 years? Or?
Well, when I was in Los Angeles, that was my first opportunity to really help with people in poverty and reaching out by serving food out on the streets there. Mm-hmm. And I worked at that ministry called the Dream Center, and they fed about 20,000 people every week.
Wow. And
I would go out on the streets. And so when I came to Memphis 7 years ago, I sort of was accidentally put over our food pantry ministry, and since then we've just seen incremental growth. We've done tried many ways to reach out to the person. I'm a firm believer that we can't just treat hunger; we have to treat the whole person.
True.
Susan Sanford, at the CEO of the food bank, says that hunger is not the disease; it's the symptom of the disease, which you've been talking about, is poverty.
Right. Right.
And so we just try to reach out to the whole person in our city. Man of Ministries has fed literally thousands, like you said, and we do many different ways to reach out to the people.
So are there different events throughout the year? Do you do this weekly? Is it monthly? How do you?
In the past, we've done weekly. We would feed about 100 to 200 people every week. We fed, gave them clothes, a hot meal, counseled them, and networked them. But beginning on August 28th, we're going to be launching our new schedule. We're focusing on moving it to 1 day a week, which will be a Saturday, one Saturday a month, and we're going to be expecting to feed probably between 500 and 600 families in that one Saturday.
Oh, wow, wow. So does the church volunteer, or do you reach out to the
We reach out to all. Primarily our volunteers are church,
mm-hmm.
but we have volunteers from all over. We have another church that comes from downtown Memphis to come and volunteer at our church. Mm-hmm. We also have Manantial de Vida, a Hispanic congregation that comes and reach out to the Hispanic hungry in our community, and they come and partner with us. And so in the past we've used Comcast, we've used other resources from Craigmont High School to Raleigh, Egypt. I mean, it's a community effort.
Wow, it is a citywide event pretty much at the church that's feeding thousands, because people are coming from all over to help out, to bring food, clothing, counseling to all these individuals.
Exactly. I mean, this is a community need. This is a community problem.
And Raleigh Assembly is located on Austin P. Highway. What is the address of?
3683 Austin P. Highway.
Oh, gotcha. And is there a website for Man of Ministries, or is it the church website?
The website is RaleighAssembly.com,
mm-hmm.
and then go onto the Outreach tab, and you'll find Manna and all the information regarding that.
Awesome. And so just think, the church coming from downtown to Raleigh, I mean, it's like 20 minutes or so,
exactly.
But they pass so much. And if anybody has ever, and I travel down Jackson a lot, and that is a pretty heavy area that probably comes into Raleigh Assembly, and you just pass through and you don't look side to side, but it's interesting because they even act as a community in that area. They have on Saturdays a little festival on the side where you can go and purchase from them, and that's a way to help not only going to Man of Ministries or Raleigh Assembly to help out, but put back into their section of the community as well by actually going there and buying their product, because that's how they're supporting themselves.
Exactly. And Grow Memphis is, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
No.
They are starting community gardens across the city. I was just at a conference last week, called the Cheer Conference, dealing with hunger, and community gardens are popping up all over the city. And there's actually one in the Binghamton area of Memphis, and it's a large community garden, and the vegetables grown in that are sold at the Cooper Young.
Oh, awesome. The farmer's market.
Exactly.
Right? Oh, that's awesome.
All those different farmers markets, and of course even those vegetables are grown by the people there.
With Whole Foods, there's a couple of guys there that are going into the areas and they're creating a little vegetable vegetable stand. They're selling, but they're teaching them how to own and create their business and getting different people, just showing them how to operate and how to put money back into, again, their community. So these community plots, I was reading in Washington, D.C., I think that's where it started, I'm not quite sure, but in the area of Washington, D.C., it's like this one big community plot, and everybody comes in, and now, exactly how does it happen? Do they have people like, how does it actually work?
Well, how does it happen? If Shelby County, say in Shelby County, if there is a piece of land that is owned by the county, there's a good potential, if you just talk to the county, you can basically clear out a piece of land and you can start a garden
cool.
in the city and outside the city.
Cool.
And so that's what's taking place. And Grow Memphis, who has a grant, will come and help underprivileged communities, and they will help the community develop this garden.
That's awesome.
So they can build, like you said, some income, and also learn how to till the ground, and of course, eat better.
Right.
Vegetables.
Crazy how
what
fresh,
a novel idea.
Right, fresh vegetables. Right. Well, okay. So you know how you see folks on driving down the road, and you see somebody in somebody else's garden. How do they keep people from just picking crops and taking it back to their house, or do they have mandate that? Or?
Well, the bottom line is, if someone's going to pick a vegetable and steal a vegetable, they're obviously pretty hungry.
Right.
And so you just got to give and take with that. You know, you're going to have a little bit of a loss, but.
Right. Okay. So how big are these plots? Is it like a 10 by 10? Is it like an acre? Or it just depends?
It just depends on the lot and
on
what they can till and open up and get and basically plant and maintain. That's the plot they can have. Are
there other companies around Memphis, like, I don't know, Dan West, or different people that are coming in and helping till, or is this?
It's primarily volunteers.
Okay.
The one in Binghamton is, I met the person, his name is Carl Alsop. He is in charge of that, and he goes to Idlewild Presbyterian Church, and they are basically pouring all that information into that. Miffa is starting a brand new community garden, and Lindenwood Christian Church is helping them sponsor their new community garden. And of course, it's just, I really do believe this is something that we're going to have to deal with in the future.
Oh, definitely. I grew up with the garden in our backyard, and to this day, we still have a garden in our backyard, and that's just how we do it, you know. And yeah, we go to the grocery store, we get a couple of things, but we grow mainly most of it, and it saves us money too.
Exactly.
I mean, if anybody saw me eat, they were like, where do you put it, number one? but I eat all fruits and vegetables as well. I'm not a big meat eater or what have you, but it's essential that people understand what they're eating. I was, for instance, a tour at Whole Foods, and they have different elementary kids come in and different schools come in, and some of the kids didn't even know like what a squash was, or some pears and things, and I was like, wait a minute, this is private schools, you would expect.
Well, that is so true, exactly. The food bank has a program called Kids Cafe, and they're literally teaching kids in the inner city they come in, feed them a healthy meal, and they teach them something about nutrition, because these kids, like you said, don't even know what these vegetables are. They're used to something coming out of a can, out of a box, or out of a window.
Right.
And so, what's this? They see this green vegetable, they don't know what it is.
You know, and okay, so I'll give you this little insight about my mom. She's a wonderful person, but she's a little scientist on the side. So she bought, I think 20 years ago, a hamburger from McDonald's. She still has that hamburger. It has not broken down. Not even the bread has not even broken down.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. The ketchup's gone. The lettuce took years. Years. You would think lettuce would break down a lot sooner. That stayed around for years. The pickles stayed around for years. And these are vegetables. So think about when you get it out of the window, get out of the can, get it out of the box, whatever. The preservatives are wrapped around this hamburger, so that dollar value menu, and besides that, it stays in your body 51 days. It doesn't leave your system for a long time. So,
and we wonder why we have health problems such as obesity, diabetes,
exactly.
cancer.
So to have for the food bank to educate these children, and because these children are our future.
Exactly. And
they're going to support, when you have 10% of the elderly, we don't want that number to increase, we want it to decrease.
Right.
And what is this, the baby boomer, this is the largest population of having the baby boomers. And right now, is it 10% or is it going to increase? Because these guys, here we are getting they're 60, 70, you know, my mom, what have you, and I think about that, and I think about, you know, the way our world is shifting, and is it like, do we have the right people in place? And it sounds like, I mean, with Man of Mystery and the food bank and the community growing plots, it seems like we are on the right track, and that makes me feel a lot better.
Any post-interview comments?
Chad, he rocks.
This is
Pastor
awesome.
Chad.
Chef Tracy is rocking. Go after her. She's the best. She's the bomb.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Glad I know her.
You have any websites you want to tell people to check out?
RaleighAssembly.com.
All right, here's the deal. I ran out of battery juice from filming last week's show. So we're going to do another. Now I'm going to graduate to a 2-ounce wheat shot.
That's right.
Wheatgrass shot. Here. All right, we got the receipt. 2 doubles, 2 2-ounce shots. Look at that right there. I can't. It's not showing. There's no going back. No apple back. Just hardcore 2 ounces of wheatgrass shot. Just down it.
Go us. No, go you. I'm pulling for you for 2 ounces.
2 ounces. You can do it.
Just making the beat. That's a lot of grass.
That's weed, not marijuana. Don't get excited.
Yeah.
Here they come. There they are.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, do you like have a special saying when you do it?
Whatever else you want to say.
Go wheatgrass.
Go wheatgrass.
To your hill.
Woo.
Yum yum. See, it's kind of sweet.
All right, we just took that shot of wheatgrass. To me, if you're wondering what it tastes like, to me it tastes like if you're mowing the grass, and it's like the really good like carpet grass, right? And it's that real thick green stuff, right? Like the kind that clumps up on your. To me, it tastes like some of that like blows in your mouth.